Wow, this room is really empty. It's kind of bittersweet. What's going on, guys? So, as I'm standing here looking in my office, which is an absolute disaster, I've come to realize I need a bigger office. I'm also realizing that means I have to move everything out of here and paint. Oh boy. This office has served me very well in 2019. It was honestly my first office I've ever had, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it, decorated it, kind of got things the way I wanted it. But the problem is it's just too small. And before you start ridiculing me in the comments, I'm aware there are people that do not even have an office and they're just working in their living room. I've been there. I've been working in my bedroom many years before I even had this office. But I do have another room that my kids use for kind of an all-purpose room, and they're very rarely in there. So I think I'm gonna flip-flop these two. So that brings me to this room with this horrible echo. The playroom, the all-purpose room, it's way bigger. It's almost two of that room back there. So yeah, I guess let's get to it. Every time I think I'm gonna start painting, this will be super fun, it winds up not being so much fun. Now we let the paint dry, got a couch, land on my finger, freaking hurt, but I'm good. Moving on. Something I figured out is you don't realize how much crap you have in your room or your office or anywhere really in your house until you start moving it or cleaning. There's a lot of clutter I just need to get rid of, and it took me hours to go through some of the stuff that was just stored away in my closet that I really didn't need at all. So I've got the closet almost done. I've still got a lot of boxes and stuff I need to go through up there. I figured out it's kind of smart to have these little bins sitting on the shelf and the bags that I'm gonna grab pretty frequently. And then out here in the main office, I'll have like a table or a shelf that'll have majority of my gear that I'm pulling all the time, lighting, sound, extra camera lenses, stuff like that. So that'll kind of just be where I store most of my stuff that I don't need all the time. If any of you have a good idea on like C-stands or tripods and stuff like that on how to maybe attach them to the wall or just have them a little more tidy, please drop something in the comment below. I would love to hear your idea. That's the only thing I can't quite clean up in there. I gave up organizing the closet and some of the other things last night. I was just exhausted. I think I'm gonna add some shelves on that wall behind that couch. I think that'll look pretty good. And I definitely need to add some sound panels in here because the echo is absolutely terrible. And I can't deal with that. So I think off to the hardware store we go. So I got the piping that I need for the shelves. Now I gotta find the wood. So Menards did not have everything we needed, so we had to come to trusty Home Depot. That's a point. Do not be scared to check multiple hardware stores for the best deal. So I'm gonna come back for the insulation for the sound panels, but I got the wood for the shelves and the piping, and I'll get started on the sound panels later this week. So I got a toolbox to put a lot of my gear in that I use quite frequently. My cat freaking out. I wound up getting some blackout curtains because I hate having to shoot at night, and where my house is, the side that it's facing, the sun sets. So anytime it's like early evening or late afternoon, when normally I'm shooting my videos, the sun is just like beating through that window, and it just creates a problem. I know window light is an amazing light, and if it's all you got, use it. But for me, it was causing more of a problem than it was actually helping. I also realized I've been rocking the same chair for like 5 or 6 years, and it was not a great chair to begin with. You desperately need to have a really good chair. So I figured now, with the transition of the new office and everything, this would be a perfect time to go ahead and grab a new chair. So I had pegboards on that wall and I just wasn't liking the look of it. I wound up going to IKEA and getting their pegboards, and I don't know, I prefer it, and it holds a lot more weight than the pegboards I had. The hooks I had were kind of sketchy, so those seem to do a little bit better. The last step I gotta do is get the little bit that's left in my office and move it all in here, and then I guess clean it up, organize it, and be done. All right, let's tear this desk down. You don't realize how dirty your stuff gets sitting on a desk. I always intend to keep it really clean and check on it, you know, maybe once a month, once every other month, and then, you know, a year goes by and you're like, wow, I can't believe my computer didn't blow up from all the dust sitting on that filter and fan inside there. Good Lord. That's it. Office is empty. It's kind of bittersweet because this is where I did all my videos, my tutorials, you know, my live streams, hanging out with you guys, teaching you guys stuff. This is where I did it, in this room. So it's kind of heartbreaking and bittersweet to be leaving this room, but really excited to be going to a new space, which is just across the hallway, so it's not like it's really a big deal, but you know what I mean. I know it's just a room, but it's kind of that bittersweet thing of, this is where a lot of stuff happened. This is where my channel really started to grow, and it's kind of cool. But I am very excited to show you guys the final result of my new office. So yeah, let me show you. So here it is, guys, my new set. I still need to dial in a few things. The lights are kind of not really exactly where I'm wanting them, but this is basically what my setup is gonna look like. I'm kind of digging it. I love the teal and orange that I've got going on. I think it looks really good. The gray walls that I painted pick up color really well. I wound up going with a lighter gray for these walls behind me because I knew whatever color I cast on them, it would be a soft enough color to absorb it, but keeping it neutral. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see a full breakdown of my studio and the gear that I use within it. I do have a 2020 what's in my camera bag coming out, but a lot of the stuff that I have in my studio does not go into my camera bag. Let me know if you guys would like to see that. I will happily do a breakdown and my organization on how I try to keep things tidy. I don't know about you, but I really like a nice, well-kept, organized space. There's just something about it that's just, it's just delicious. I love it. But basically, this is just a roughed in look of what I'm gonna go for. I'm sure it's gonna change over the next couple weeks in videos. But basically, this is my new studio. This is my new creative space. This is my new YouTube office, whatever you want to call it. This is my new space that I'm going to be in here from 2020 and maybe a little bit more. Who knows? Unless the channel blows up, and who knows, maybe I will have an actual space outside of my house. I don't know. That would be crazy to think about, but who's to say that it's not possible? But that's really all I got for you guys today. Give me a thumbs up. It really does help. You know, I appreciate it. Let me know if you want me to do more vlogs. I'm kind of thinking of sprinkling them in here and there throughout the year. I love doing tutorials. There is plenty of tutorials that are coming and on the way, but I do want to sprinkle some other types of videos that are teachable, like lighting and sound and camera and stuff that I can't really do too much in the tutorials that are just based around Resolve. So if you're here for the Resolve tutorials, do not worry. I'm not stopping the Resolve tutorials. There's plenty of them coming. I just want to sprinkle in multiple videos because I'm not just a Resolve guy. I like to do all things filmmaking, all things photography. I love it all, and it's all part of just growing and building the channel and the community and meeting new people along the way. So yeah, give me a thumbs up, drop a comment below, subscribe if you haven't already, ring the bell, all the cool stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one. Iron Giant, I'm out. Oh God, I gotta work on that. It's a skosh too far. Hard drive. See you guys later.